Arsenal is the best team on that Champions League at the moment. Full stop. There is no debate about it. If you are good, you are good. Because another good performance from Arsenal after scoring 3 goals against Club Brugge on the Champions League with a skeleton of the first team for Arsenal. Because not every player on the first team was present on this pitch tonight when Arsenal was playing against Club Brugge. In fact, most people were asking themselves, how will Arsenal manage? How will Arsenal beat Club Brugge away with more than like around 5 to 6 players from the first team not being there? But guess what? Arsenal had to do it. Arsenal had to make sure that they're winning. Now that only means that Arsenal, after playing 6 Champions League matches, they have managed to keep 5 clean sheets. 5. In fact, the only goal that Arsenal has conceded was that goal against Bayern Munich. The only goal that Arsenal has conceded on the Champions League. Now tell me, how is Arsenal not the best club on this Champions League, if not in Europe, if not in the entire world at the moment? Now let's get into this game. This is a game that began and Arsenal were in total dominance on that game when it began. And Arsenal looked like they were in total control. But again, Club Brugge started getting in slowly by slowly. And in fact, after that, the game was very well balanced because both of these two teams, Arsenal and Club Brugge, they were sharing the possession. Sometimes it would be Arsenal, sometimes Club Brugge. And if you try and even check on the shots on target, they really look like they really matched. In fact, both of these two teams have had brilliant chances that they ought to have taken, and there was going to be a lot of goals. But you know what? Arsenal made sure that they made use of their opportunities after scoring a very brilliant goal from individual brilliance from Noni Madueke. That goal, a screamer, very well taken. Very, very good goal. And then, of course, it changed the whole dynamic on the game. And then the second half gets in and Arsenal gets that quick goal from Noni Madueke, courtesy of an header. And then another brilliant goal from, Gabriel Martinelli. Very, very good. And if you try and check on all these goals, they are actually, especially the first goal and the third goal, are individual brilliance from these two players. And that is what we always say, that sometimes as a player, just have an open mind. If you want to go ahead and shoot the ball. And that is what we've seen tonight from Martinelli and even Noni Madueke. Don't just sometimes hold the ball for too much. Don't try to dribble. Don't try to do a lot of unnecessary things. If you can shoot, shoot. When you see an opportunity, go for it. And that is the exact thing that Arsenal has done. Because if you try and check, even Club Brugge were looking even also good. We are only lucky that David Raya was on the form of his life tonight on this game against Club Brugge. How many saves did he have to make? It was just brilliant. And you need a David Raya like that on a game like this one where it looks like we are not as balanced. And these many opportunities that Club Brugge got is courtesy of, we are looking shaky on that defense at the moment. All right. In fact, the only negative thing about this game is the fact that on that defense, we were, conceding, we were giving the opponent a lot of chances to be able to come to us. We were looking a bit shaky. And, you cannot blame them. The players that were playing there are just a skeleton of what we have as our defense. But you know what? Good thing, collect your 3 points. Win your game. That is what matters the most. I've looked at this game and most of these players were very good tonight on the pitch, and especially Noni Madueke. He played for me so well. Look at Zubimendi control that midfield so well. Look at players like the defense, even Nogard playing at a role that he has not played for a very long time, but still plays so well on that role tonight. Very, very well, and keeping a clean sheet very, very well. Look at all the players that have played tonight. Even Gabriel Jesus that came from the bench had a couple of crucial chances that ought to have been taken, but you know what? He looked very threatening. And a couple of more players. But you know what? We are just super excited to win this game. Very, very crucial. Now it only means that we have a commanding lead on that table of 18 points, which is actually very good after playing 6 matches. All the games that Arsenal has played has won. And it means that we are standing at a very good position to be able to finish on top of that Champions League table. And in fact, should we, because the games that are remaining is only 2, should we go ahead and win the game against Inter? And even if we lose against Inter and win that game at the Emirates Stadium against Kairat, we should be able to finish on top of that Champions League table, which is actually very well commendable. And I'm super excited for Arsenal for winning this game. It is what it is. Come on, you Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.